Hi, everybody. Oh, you want to come here, Lily? Come on. I know you have to be up here. Come on, baby. The diva. She needs to be part of of the of the crowd out there. Well, guys, I am just feeling so much better today that I can't even tell you. Oh, my mood is lifted tremendously. I woke up, rolled out of bed to stand up, and I thought, oh my God, the pain in my thigh is so much better. So my mood has lifted tremendously today because that had been wearing me down drastically, and I just feel good. So I'm talking out loud to myself, telling myself, stay home, do not push it, don't get out there and mess it up, because you know how it is when you've been sick or injured and you start feeling better, you right away want to get out there and just start doing stuff. I'm telling myself, no, don't push it, let it completely heal. So it's so hard. I want to go to Costco to get a few things, you know that stuff you just want to get done. I'm telling myself, I can wait. I can wait, it can wait, I don't need to go. I don't need to go today. So, oh, thank you for all your well wishes that you've sent me throughout my videos here. It's not good to cross my leg and walk back and forth on that thigh, but I like to sit with my leg crossed. Easy, there we go. So yeah, so anyway, guys, I'm just in such a much better mood today, and if my face looks all shiny and oily, it's because it is. I just showered, and I have several oils that I mix together in my hand, and then I just rub them all over my face. I normally do it after I'm on camera, but today I was like, oh, my face feels so good and clean. I want to get those oils on there right away. So yeah, if it looks all oily, that's why. It is my beauty oils. What can I say? But anyway, let's get to the subject. Politics and what they can do to your life between family and friends, the division it can cause. And the reason I'm doing this is I happen to see, I don't even know why it came into my YouTube feed, because I don't watch any political videos anymore. It's just too upsetting. So I don't watch them, but it came into my feed, and it was of a girl whose parents actually kicked her out and haven't wanted anything to do with her because of who she voted for. She didn't vote like they did. And that blows my mind. That completely blows my mind. I just can't fathom that kind of thinking, because I feel that we are blessed to be in a country where we can vote for whomever we want to. And to do that to your daughter, just, I can't fathom. I can't fathom turning to my daughter and saying, well, because you voted for so-and-so, I want nothing to do with you. I just, that stuff blows my mind, guys. It literally blows my mind. You can't do that. Yeah, and it's happening to, it has happened to so many people. Even my sister, who, she and her husband, they voted for somebody that I do not like at all. I voted for somebody that they do not like at all. But guess what? We're not letting it tear us apart as a family. In the past, we got into some good discussions about it. Some pretty heated discussions about it, but that was it. We had that discussion. I remember it was a couple hours on the phone, and Lily, stop. It was a couple hours on the phone, baby girl. And yeah, it was a heated discussion. This is a few years back. It was a heated discussion, but no, it didn't tear us apart. I didn't sit there, oh, because she voted for that person, forget it. And she didn't say, well, because my sister voted for that person, for it. No, we didn't do that. And I can't understand that because it has torn families and friends apart, literally torn them apart. My sister has, like she told me, she's actually lost a friend or two because of who she voted for. And there's another friend that their relationship has completely changed since voting. And I'm just like, no way. I don't get it. If I were to do that, if I were to be like that, I couldn't talk to my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law. I couldn't talk to two of my sons who would vote for somebody I don't care for. And I'd have to tell them, sorry, I want nothing to do with you. No way in hell am I going to... No, stop. Guys, sorry guys. Stop. Pixie, stop. Oh, some lady's walking her dog. Oh, God. Sorry. But I wouldn't be able to talk to two of my sons, which I'm not going to do. You think I'm not going to have anything to do with them because of who they voted for? Hell no. No way am I ever going to do that. We're lucky to have our choices of who we want to vote for. And people are very passionate about who they voted for. I know my sons are. In fact, a few weeks ago, my son Elliot and I had to FaceTime him and his girlfriend and my little granddaughter at home. I just wanted to see them and to see her. And I don't know how we got, come to think of it, I don't know how we got on the subject of politics and religion, but we did. I really don't remember. But it was a very heated discussion. Him talking, about things that he's very passionate about. I disagreed with him, he disagreed with me, we went back and forth, but it was just a conversation. I told him what I didn't like, he told me what he didn't like, I told him how I felt about different things concerning the person he voted for, he told me what he did like. I mean, we just went back and forth, and same with the religion. He's not some religious fanatic or anything like that, no, but he has views about religion that are different than mine, and we got into that. Boy, did we get into that. But that was it. It was a conversation. We ended it peacefully, and life went on, and we're still mom and son and girlfriend and granddaughter. Everything just went on as normal, because in my view, it's like somebody's going to have their view of who they think is a good person to vote for. Me personally, I'm not going to lie. I like to be completely honest with all of you. I personally, to me, all politicians, I just don't trust them. I don't care what side it's on, Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever. I don't trust them. To me, the politicians are out for themselves. Most of them really couldn't care less about what's happening to the majority of the American people. They're in it just for themselves. And if you think I'm going to give that kind of power, in my view, if I were to let who my sons voted for or my sister and her husband voted for, if I were to let that tear me apart from them, I just gave power to a person who, you think do you think Trump or Harris would be caring that I'm not speaking to my sister or my sons because they voted for one or the other of them? No, they're going about their life doing what they're gonna do. They're not sitting there saying, oh my gosh, Lori, I can't believe you're not talking to your family or your friends because they voted for me. No, they couldn't care less. So you think I'm going to give that power to them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will never have that in my heart to know that I voted for this person, and because I did, or you voted for this person, so I'm not going to talk to you. You're not in my life. No. I will never give that kind of power to some politician that could not care less what is happening in my day-to-day life. I'm sorry, just not going to do it. And yet it happened. It has happened with the latest voting seasons. And no, I'm sorry, I can't see it. And to know that this young girl, I mean, she was not a minor or anything, but still, for her parents to say, well, I want nothing to do with you because you voted for this person and stand behind him, I can't fathom. And same goes for me. Because of who I voted for, I don't want somebody, saying, oh, well, you stand up for that person and their beliefs and what they are standing for, what they're going to support, what their policies are going to be. Oh, well, Lori, then I want nothing to do with you. Absolutely not. I wouldn't want that. And I was reading an article. Lily, you are really, she's really in a mood today. I was reading an article about this woman. She's in her 80s, and she said that there was a time when no one told anyone who they were voting for, not even their own spouses. They just went in, voted, that was it. Nobody talked about it. And she goes, and I remember it clearly. People would just say something like, yep, I voted, and that was it. Which I think is pretty smart. I think that was a much smarter time, because we've all seen what has happened when everybody finds out who voted for who, right? We've all seen that. And to me, it's very sad. And yeah, I get that you may looking at the politician that won or lost, and you're thinking, oh my God, oh my God. Well, that's the way it's pretty much always been. We have the different sides. It's just that now, yes, things have gotten much more, well, how can I put it, much more activated when it comes to who you voted for. But for me, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not into politics. I'm just not into politics, because the most I can do is vote for whom I think would be best. I can't do anything else. No, I'm not going to be protesting at the White House or some politician's house or whatever. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be doing that. I admire those who do their protests for standing up, as long as it's peaceful. Let's put it that way. As long as it's peaceful. I do admire those who do protest to stand up for what they believe in. It's what they believe in. But I am not into politics. And so when my son Elliot and I got into that conversation, it was very heated. I was like, no, I don't believe that. Well, I don't believe that. No, I don't think that's right. I think, no, we went back and forth. But it was just a conversation. And things things that he liked and stood for, I didn't agree with. And I'm sure that things that I said, like I did like or didn't like, he may not have agreed with, but that was it. It was a conversation. Same with the same thing about religion. I have my strong views, and he had views from what he has learned and studied in the Bible. Like I say, no, he's not some religious whatever. He was just giving you his view of what he got out of what he read and learned in a class, actually, about the Bible and that type of stuff. He's not Bible class, no. He had taken some classes about religion, I guess you could say. And so we went back and forth, and that was it. We're as soon as that conversation was over, everything was back to normal. Because like I said, you can let the politicians and other people's religious belief completely take over. You can let it completely take over. I am not one to do that. I voted for who I voted for, and that's that. That's where it ends for me. I voted for whom I voted for. It doesn't go for me personally, it doesn't go beyond that. That's it. It's over. It's done. Life goes on. Whoever wins or loses, your life goes on. And to let a politician say, I'm not going to talk to that family member, I'm not going to be friends with you anymore because of who you voted for, I'm sorry, that's crazy. It's just crazy. And believe me, and it's not easy. I get it that sometimes if you're talking to somebody and politics do come up, or religion, that type of thing. What is it you're not supposed to talk about? Sex, you know, and now gender, politics, and religion are the three things you should keep out of conversation because it can cause a war. But, and I get it. I get that it can upset you that if you're talking to somebody who voted for so-and-so and you're totally against that so-and-so that they voted for, I get that you can get a little passionate and upset about it, but I don't get not wanting to have anything to do with somebody because of who they voted for. I just can't. I cannot do it. It's one thing to have a conversation about it, like my son and I did. And yeah, of course, there are people that go to the extremes out there. There's no doubt. There are people that go to the extremes with their political beliefs. We all know what this, and it's not to bring up any particular side. It's just what really happened. I'm stating facts. It's not to say I'm on this side or that side, because I'm not going to ever let you know who I voted for. Sorry, that's one place I'm keeping private. But yeah, you have your extremes, like for instance the white supremacists, when they did all that they did when they were marching, remember, before they're carrying the torches and all that. Yeah, okay, that kind of person, no, I probably wouldn't want anything to do with that because that's too extreme. I probably wouldn't want anything to do with a person who could hate, let's put it that way, who could hate any group of people. I don't care what your race, religion, sexual choices, your gender, I don't care about any of that. So yeah, it's one thing to hate somebody, it's another thing to just say who you voted for supports whatever, and your friend says, well, I don't like what he stands for, she stands for, I don't like that. Well, that's okay. It's okay to not like it. It's okay not to support the same thing that this person you know is supporting that politician for. That's okay to not like it. I mean, like my sister and her husband, who they voted for, I don't like what that person stands for. But you think I'm not going to have anything to do with her and her husband? No, I love them. They're my family. I'm not going to. And believe me, there's been a couple times in our life when we had some pretty heated discussions when it came to religion and politics. I mean, we're talking hours on the phone, you know, back and forth with each other. But did we let it make us hate each other? No, we did not, and I'm not ever going to do that. There are things on both sides that can be loved or hated. I mean, that's just the reality of it. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about this today because when I saw that video, it just made me think, you know, man, these guys are out there, these politicians are out there doing their thing, and they don't care that Joe across the street voted for so-and-so, or I'm using names of people I know, Nancy, that Nancy voted for so-and-so. You think they care? No, they could not care less. They're busy doing their thing, and whatever residual came from the damage of all the voting stuff that went on, all the protests and what have you, you think they care? No, they actually don't. They really don't. They can say they care, they can act like they care. I'm sorry, on both sides. I don't care what side you're on. They can pretend that they care, and I'm sorry, I'm just not a political person, and I just really believe that all politicians have an ulterior motive. They'll tell you what they want, what you want to hear, so that you'll vote for them, and then when they get in, what happened to all your promises? Either side. I don't care. Either side. What happened to those promises? And then you get a million excuses as to why those promises weren't fulfilled. I mean, it's a game that I want no part of, in terms of being involved in it. Now, having a conversation with my son, yeah, we had our conversation. We let each other know what we felt, and that's fine. You know, it's fine. It's over, it's done, our life is going on. They're still in my life, they still come to see me. I get to see my little granddaughter. I get to see them. Our life is good. Yeah, I'm not going to lose a family member because of politics. Not going to let it happen, guys. Because I'll be honest with you, when I found out who both my sons voted for, or who they support, I'm not going to lie, I was like, whoa, I can't believe this. But that's who they are. That's who they're comfortable voting for. That's their choice. We have that choice in this country, thank goodness. I wouldn't want to live in a country where you have a never-ending president for decades and decades. No, thank you. I wouldn't want to live in a country where if you don't vote for who they want, the government wants you to, you could get killed. No, I'm glad I have that the freedom to vote for whoever I want. But yeah, I don't know if any of you have experienced this. Put in the comments below. Have you experienced division in your family or friends, or maybe even like church members or classes that you're in, or whatever? Have you ever experienced the division because of politics, because of who somebody voted for? I don't get it. I think what that 80-something-year-old woman said was the smart thing. Nobody needs to know who anybody voted for. You just go about your life. If I'm real good friends with my neighbor, I'm not going to let who she voted for interfere with our neighbor relationship. Not going to do it. And yet that has occurred and probably still is occurring daily. And no, I'm sorry, guys. I picture people who do let that happen as people who just gave that politician so much power in their own personal lives, and that politician could not care less. Could not care less. Let's be real here. You think either one of those people, Trump or Harris, are sitting back worrying about what the voting for either one of them did to our lives? No. They're not. I can assure you they're not. So to me it's just sad. It's very sad, and I don't care who my children vote for. I will love them. I don't care who my family votes for. I will love them. They are my family. I just don't care. It's not of importance to me. I have one family member that's much older than me, and I was absolutely stunned to find out who she voted for. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she voted for that person. But you think that changed my view of her? No, she's my family member. She's a cousin of mine, and I found out, I was like, oh wow, I let it go. I'm not going to let it interfere with my relationship with her at all, because I love her. So, and even if I don't love the person, I'm not going to hold it against somebody because of who they voted for. I won't do it, guys. Life's too damn short. Man, especially now that I'm getting older. I mean, I'm 69. And now that I'm getting older, I am really seeing what really matters in life. And there's so many petty things that you can be upset and mad about at people, and it is not worth it. I wish I would have learned this long ago. But there are so many things now that I'm older. I've read comments where people are saying, that's part of getting older. You start realizing what's really important and what isn't. Because when you're on that deathbed, you're not thinking about all that stuff. You're thinking about the people in your life, your family, your friends, not the petty stuff. And and I know that's true, because as a caregiver, I was a caregiver for the elderly for many years. Let me tell you, those very sick people, or like one woman in particular, on the day I knew she was going to die, do you think she was talking about the petty differences in people that she knew? No. She would bring up her relatives, her children, her marriage, because her husband was passed. She was talking about all the people in her life. That's who she talked about, not all the petty differences she may have had with somebody. And that's my view now, is when my time comes, unless it's like that, where I drop of a heart attack, which I would hope would be the case, I don't want to suffer, But if I'm laying in a bed sick, getting ready to die, you think I'm going to be worrying about, oh, my son's voted for this person, my sister voted for that? No. All I'm going to be thinking is, I want you all near me. I love you. That's all that would matter. I want my family. So yeah, guys, I don't get it. And I hope that young lady in the video, I hope she's found peace somewhere, because they actually kicked her out of the house. She looked to be like maybe, I don't know, maybe 19, 20, maybe 21. She looked very, very young. And to think that she is kicked out of her house just because of who she voted for, that blows my mind. I'd be telling my sons, you can't come in my house, sorry. I'd be telling my sister, oh, you can't come visit me. No, sorry. I don't like who you voted for. Think I'm going to do that? No. If there's one thing I'm really realizing, life is, I can't believe 70 years, almost 70 years of my life have gone by. And I don't want to have regrets come towards the end because of petty choices. Not at all. I just absolutely don't. I know what I stand for and believe in, and I respect what someone else stands for and believes in, because we all have that choice, and we're lucky to have that. So anyway, guys, just wanted to make this video. I'm in a very good mood today. Knock on wood that it continues. But I hope you have a good day, and if you are having any issues because of political choices in family and friends, I hope they can be resolved, because they're just not worth it. They're absolutely not. So, my little Lily is here again. Oh, this little girl. She is a Velcro dog. Not that you can tell that she's a Velcro dog. My Pixie, on the other hand, she loves to be loved for a couple of minutes, you know what I mean? Like, she loves it when you snuggle her and hug her and kiss her, and then she's just like, she makes that noise, she goes, and moves her head like, enough, Mom. You love me enough. So I have my two little love bugs, though. At night, they're both very cuddly and lovey. That's what I love at night in bed. So yeah, so, right, Lily? I love these guys so much. So you've gotten to know Lily pretty good. I would get Pixie, but I'm not going to push it when it comes to my thigh. No, I'm just not. She's on the couch. So you guys take care, and don't let political stuff or even religious beliefs and stuff, or or a person's sexual gender and choice, what have you, don't let all that stuff divide you and keep you away from somebody who's basically a very good person. Don't let it, because when the end comes, none of that matters. That's who I am. That's who I am. I like people just because of who they are, not what they believe in. That's just the way I view it, guys. I'm sure you'll have different choices and different thoughts on it, which is fine. You have that right. But that's who I am. If you're a good, kind person, don't care about the other stuff. Just doesn't matter. So anyway, goodbye from Lily again. See you later. Oh, quit licking. Gosh, she's a licker. So, no, quit licking. Quit licking. Stop it. Quit that licking. It's because I got lotion on my hand, oil on my hands from my putting it all over me. No, she likes facial oils. Yeah, maybe it's that castor oil, huh? I've got 5 different oils on my face right now. So, anyway, guys, you take care. Honey, I have to get up. And I will see you in my next video. And thank you for all your comments. This has been helping me tremendously as I go through my healing, my thigh healing. So take care, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, good girl. And there is my Pixie. There's my heating pad. But there's my Pixie. My little other love bug. Yeah. Talk to you later, guys.